Oh, nice. I see quite a few people on here. What's up? What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. I'm on here with Adonai Dabo, also waiting for a good buddy of ours, Tyler McKechnie. Most of you guys know who that is. So I'm going to throw up a message in the chat real quick. So make sure you post where you're calling in from. We want to see where all you guys are calling in from.
Let's get it, fam.
Guys, we're going to start here in about 3 to 4 minutes. We're going to throw some music on, let you guys jam out a little bit, and then we'll get it started here in a few.
Everything I can think of, it's a symbol of the cold in your jacket. It's off the cigarette packet.
Tyler, Dabo, you guys about ready?
Born
ready to go.
Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, y'all. Well, we're going to go ahead and get this thing kicked off. Hope you guys are having a phenomenal night. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Max Rubenstein. I'm a co-founder of Vipassana, along with these two amazing guys on the call as well, Adonai Dabo out in Hawaii and Tyler McKechnie out in California, at least for a few more days. I know he's moving back to the East Coast here shortly. But, guys, we are excited to bring you this call. And you know, a lot of you guys are in this company, you're building this business, you're playing the game, you're using the product, you're enjoying the community, all that great stuff. But when it comes to building the business, some of you might have questions regarding, okay, what do the leaders do on a day-to-day basis? I know when I was getting started in this industry, I really wanted to know, okay, what do these top earners do on a day-to-day basis? What do their habits look like, right? What do their daily activities look like? So we thought we would put together a call to pretty much show you guys a day in the life of a Vipassana leader. Sounds kind of like a reality show. Sounds pretty cool to me as well. But we're going to go ahead and get into it. So, guys, what I want to talk to you about is a few things that I do on a daily basis to help me keep track of things, help me keep organized, and really just some general concepts. So the first thing that I really wanted to talk about is something that Joe Dickinson, something that Nikhil Bhatia have taught me everything about, and that is doing the little things. That is the concept of how you do anything is how you do everything, right? And this doesn't just apply to building the business. This applies to everything in life, and really everything is everything. It all affects each other, right? So things like cleaning the dishes, right, or putting the dishes in the dishwasher, something as small as that. Nikhil taught me that by doing the little things, when you don't cut corners on the little things, you won't do that on the big things either, right? When you take care of the small things, the big things will take care of themselves every single time. And I used to live this life where I would, cut corners, like, I would procrastinate and put things off and not do things like the small things, like putting away the dishes, taking out the trash, folding my laundry, just little basic things like that, thinking, these small things, they don't really have that big of an impact, not a big deal. What I failed to realize is that everything affects everything, right? So when I started to get in the habit of cutting corners, doing the small things, I started to get the habit and manifest not doing the big things, right? Cutting corners on the big things, and that started to affect major areas of my life. That's what held me back from achieving the level of success that I always wanted to achieve. And I know these guys will tell you the exact same thing, that if you want to see the massive levels of success, the big success, you can never be too big to do the small things, right? The second you become too big to do the small things, you now become too small to receive the big things, right? That's a big, big lesson. So guys, first thing I want to leave you with is how you do anything is how you do everything. From brushing your teeth to taking out the trash to building this business, it all affects each other, right? You've got to do everything that you can 100%, right? Because remember, how you do anything is how you do everything, right? So I want you guys to think about that. The second thing I wanted to talk about was becoming a slave to your habits. It's really, really important, at least good habits, that is, not bad habits. We are all slaves to our habits. Now, most of us have these bad habits, like waking up at 11 noon, 1 p.m., or not eating healthy, or not going to the gym, whatever it is, and we become a slave to these negative habits, and therefore, we have this out of whack lifestyle where, we might be trying to build the business or trying to take care of ourselves physically or mentally, whatever, but everything else is out of whack. And so it's important to develop really, really strong habits, right? Whether that's waking up early, whether that's going to the gym on a daily basis, whether that's starting your morning off with a protein shake in your first 30 minutes of the day, or even like Joe Dickinson promotes, putting positive things in your mind the first 20 minutes you're awake. It's these little habits that will achieve massive, massive success. See, that's the big flaw that most people think. They think success comes from doing these huge things that are just like overwhelming to most people. But really, what the successful realize is it's the little daily habits, the little things you do from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed that are the building blocks for the major, major success, right? So never think again that you're too big to do the little small things, right? And this all ties into how you do anything, how you do everything. And then the last thing I want to show you guys, not really go on too long, is what I use to stay organized in my business on a daily basis. That was the #1 thing for me in building network marketing over the past almost 2.5 years now, was I always had a very hard time staying organized. I always had a very hard time tracking where my business was at. I would always want my business to grow, and I would always set these goals, but I would never break those goals down to a daily, activity, right? I might say I want to, achieve 50 new people in my business this month, but I never broke that down to what that meant on a daily basis, right? And since I've started to do that, I've started to see phenomenal results, and I want to give a huge thank you to Joe Dickinson and Nikhil Bhatia for helping us put this whole thing together. But what I want to do real quick is screen share with you guys the tool that I use, to really track my results. And you guys might want to get ready to take a screenshot or a picture or something so that you can copy this. But real quick, Dabo or Tyler, can you guys see my screen real quick?
Yes, sir.
Cool, cool. So, guys, this is the tracking template that I use to track my business on a daily basis, a weekly basis, and therefore a monthly basis, right? Remember, if you want to go out and you want to set these goals, then you need to know what you need to do on a daily basis in order to achieve your goal for the week. And in order to achieve your goal for the month, you need to achieve your goals, on a weekly basis. And so pretty much this is what we use, right? And I've showed this to several of you already, but you can see through this spreadsheet, we track things like what level you want to be on in the game, what rank you want to be, and that's a specific number, auto deliveries left, auto deliveries right, how many enrollments, therefore how many exposures, and so on and so forth throughout this. And guys, if you want me to break this thing down for you on a one-on-one basis, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook. Would love to do that for you guys. But pretty much, this tool right here has allowed me to track my business on a monthly, a weekly, and a daily basis. I can see day by day how many exposures we are getting in my business, right? And I've sent this to every single one of my leaders, so that's a big thing. It doesn't matter if I just do this. We need to see duplication, right? So what I do in order to use this most effectively is I fill this out on the left side with my goals. Now on the right side is where I get with my leaders, and we set up goals for each of them on how many exposures we want to do per day in order to achieve our goal for the week and therefore the month, right? And then every morning when you wake up, what you do is you call your leaders and you say, hey, what's going on? What do we got today, right? You find out from your top people what they have planned on that daily basis, and you know right here on the right-hand side, you know how many you need. So if your goal is 3 exposures per day for the entire week, you call your people and say, hey, we got to get 3 exposures today. How many do you have set up? You know, just to be able to hold people accountable. And then each night you follow up with those people and you check, all right, how many did I get today actually? So my goal was 3, we got 2, right? So that now allows you to track throughout the week where you are day by day on your goals, right? And so you can't track you can't control how many enrollments you get, right? But the thing you can control is how many exposures you get, how many times you pick up the phone and invite someone, how many times you put a video in front of someone, how many times you get people on Hangouts. You can't control whether or not they join. That's up to them. But what we can control is our exposures. So that's what you really want to focus on is right here, how many exposures you're getting per month, therefore per week, and as you can see on the right side, per day. All right, so that's all I wanted to go over. This is a phenomenal tool. I recommend each of you guys utilize something like this. It doesn't have to be exactly that. That's what worked for me. You can figure it out for yourself, or I can help you, of course, or Joe or any of these leaders. But with that being said, guys, what I want to do now is pass it off to one of my good friends, becoming one of my best friends, and a guy that I have learned so much from over the last 6 months or so. About daily rituals. This guy is not only one of the most loving and big-hearted people I've ever met, one of the best network marketers I've ever met, but this guy has it going on when it comes to daily rituals, daily habits, and not just regarding the business, but regarding all of life. And this is one of the most balanced human beings I've ever met. So, Adonai, you want to go ahead and take it away, brother?
Yeah, dude, thank you so much for that introduction, brother. And first thing I really want to say is, thank you. Thank you to all of you guys. Thank you to this whole community and family because, without you guys, I couldn't be where I am and all the growth I've gone through and all the development I've had. And it's just beautiful. I see us as a whole unit just working together to go out and change the world. But with that, I definitely want to get into these daily rituals. And like Max was saying, it comes down to the little things we do over an extended period of time. It comes down to the little things we do every day. And that's called the compound effect. And if you guys have heard of that book or you guys haven't read it yet or you have, reread it or read it, get it, because that book has absolutely changed my life in so many different ways. Because once you start realizing that you can take all these huge goals and heroic acts you want to do and all these things you want to accomplish, and you can crunch that down into little bite-sized pieces where you can just be like, all right, today I take this bite, tomorrow that one, and from there, you really go to where you're trying to get. You truly have the ability to accomplish your goals. And so first things first, within our quadrants, our mental, physical, social, financial, what are the first 2? Mental and physical. For us to be able to excel socially and financially, we need to be healthy mentally and physically. For us to go out and do the things we want to do with the people around us, with businesses, with all of these other things, and this is something that I've been a victim to a lot in the past. I get so excited about everything I'm working on and all the things I'm doing, and I just end up working, and I'm just grinding, making things happen. Of course, it's not really like work to me, but all of a sudden it's 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I haven't even eaten yet. I'm like, what's going on? I better get some food in me right now. And so that's really, really important. And I actually kind of want to just show you guys some of my rituals and how I wake up in the morning and, why I truly believe, rituals are so effective. So give me a second. Let me get to my board. Show you guys my whiteboard for a sec. Turn around this camera. Here you go. Can you guys see that? I think you can. Oh, my finger's covering it. Sorry. There we go. I don't know if it's sideways for you guys. Is it sideways for you guys?
No, yeah. There you go.
Okay, sweet. So first things first, I like to wake up early. I have this blank right now too, so you guys can like kind of see what I like to do. And so I have my morning rituals. So wake up early and write down my dreams first thing. Take some time, brush my teeth, shower, all those things to freshen us up and get our mind in the right space. Then from there, I like to meditate, really calm my mind because there's so much going on. I'm so excited. I need to take a few minutes to relax myself. And that, can be different for every person. Of course, I'm not saying how to make your rituals. Make your own rituals that work for you. But whether that's, appreciation or prayer or whatever it might be, I like to take some time, read a book. And this is that Max and Joe have really taught me a lot recently is that, by doing these things, by reading these books and this motivation in the very, very beginning in the morning, it sets the mood for the day. Then I like to read my mission statement and look at my goals. And of course, right here on my board, I have my goals. I have my mission statement up here, so I can just do that, read it instantly, and that's just how it is on a daily basis. Once you start doing these little things, and I literally take from about the time I wake up at 6 to about 8 o'clock, I get 2 hours to really get my mind right, to get my body right. I'll take some time, work out a little bit, drink some water, eat a good meal, make sure my room and my environment is clean so that I can get to my work rituals. And from there, when I get to my work rituals, first things first, I connect with my team, like what Max was talking about. Reach out to at least 3 to 4 people in your team and chat with them. The other thing I like to do is make a video. Not to put out there, a video to work on my own public speaking, a video to practice for myself so I can evaluate how much I'm growing. And once you start doing these little videos on a daily basis, even if it's 30 seconds, it's just going to help you so much. And every day I like to present. And I mean, initially it was just at least 1 presentation per day. Now it's come to like 4, 5, 6, like it's just increasing, as you go. I also like to schedule at least 3 appointments on a daily basis, take a little bit of time. It only takes 15 minutes. And of course, out of those 3 appointments, only like 1 to 2 of those people generally actually show up to check it out. And you don't have to schedule those appointments for that day. For example, me, Tuesdays and Thursdays is my best day. So every day I schedule appointments, but I try to schedule them for the best times for me. And then priority, always try to take care of one priority. I have my priority list over here so I can, double check on that, see what I need to get done. I always try to get a priority done because you also got to take care of those things in your life, whether that's fixing your car, paying your insurance or whatever that might be, to remember to take care of those priorities. And then I always like to reach out to my Facebook, Instagram, I like to put out positive content. And that's the biggest thing, I'm not generally on Facebook just to, try to get people to join. I just want to spread the positivity, and naturally people reach out to me like, bro, you're always so positive. No, you walk around town, whatever, you see a friend, they're like, oh, how's it been going? Oh, I've been seeing your posts. Like the other day I was so down and it helped me so much. And that feeling alone is so powerful. So that's really what I wanted to talk about, to remember in these quadrants. First, take care of your mind and your body. Get into a place where you feel good, you have energy, you're excited. And then from there, once you take care of your body, you're naturally going to excel in your social environments. You're naturally going to excel in the financial environment, in creating your businesses or anything you want to do. And it's crazy, like I said, I've been victim to not taking care of myself, and it's so important, those little things we do on a daily basis to achieve our goals. But yeah, with that being said, kind of shared a little bit of my rituals with you guys. I want to pass it over to Tyler because this guy's an absolute monster. And this is for the past 3 years, he can actually get into the nitty gritty of what he does for his business and how he accomplishes the things he's accomplished, because, he's had a lot of achievement in the past years, and it's because of his daily rituals. And that's how it is for anyone who's successful. It's because the little things we do on a daily basis. So with that being said, much love, VFam. You guys are awesome. Keep making it happen. And Tyler, take it away. Spread some wisdom for us.
Thanks, Tavo. Thanks for that warm introduction, man. Definitely fired up to be on here with you guys. And I think the key thing to really realize that your guys are coming into this business, and where we are as a company, it's like any one of you could be the faces. And that's why it's so important to get this daily ritual down and start actually figuring out what it's going to go take to become a Vipassana leader. Like, if you want to be a Vipassana in this company, it comes to thinking, what would a Vipassana be doing on a day-to-day basis? Because you're never going to earn that type of income without doing the things you need to do to earn that type of income. And nobody ever realizes that. They think they can take the baby steps, but what you got to realize is success loves speed. every single time. So if you're getting into the business, and I know when I first started in the industry, I was excited. I was fired up, as all of you should be, about Vipassana, because what we have going on is so genuine, is such an amazing vision. So being fired up, I went out there and I wanted to share this with every single freaking person. I didn't care who you are. There was some way I was going to tie our conversation of what we were talking about into getting you to check out what I was doing with my network marketing opportunity and to what I was doing. And if it wasn't for you, no hard feelings. But you were going to make sure you knew of it. And I feel like a lot of you, some of your friends may not even know what company you're in or even what you're doing because you might be too shy to expose it to them. So what I mean is, I'd start out, if you wanted to be a Vipassana in this company, well, what I think had happened in Vipassana's organization is they'd have about 5 socials going through the organization a day. Doesn't matter where they are. Maybe they're going to every single one because they're all in their city, their town, or they're all very close to them, or they're Google Hangouting, Skyping, Ubering into these events, to meet people and the new exposures for people helping on their teams. But 5 socials a day. But when you're starting out, I would start with at least 1 a day. You're brand new in this. Maybe you don't have the most time in the world. Awesome. There's an hour of your day that is free, all right, every single time. And in that hour of the day, find a way to throw a social. Maybe it's with people in a different time zone. Maybe it's here or here. Find a way to invite somebody onto something and get a member like us, me, Max, Dabo, on to help break down what is going on and give them the fuel, proper value of what we have to offer. Because until somebody can see properly what's going on, it's going to make no freaking sense to them. You know what I mean? They have to properly be able to check it out and see everything. So make sure you're planning at least 1 of those a day and trying to share with at least, I'd say, 5 new people a day what we have going on. Maybe you're not going to get on a call with all 5, right? Like Gabo said, you're going to set appointments, but not every single person is going to get on the call or come to the appointment. All right, but set at least 5 new appointments a day to get on with people and expose them to what we have going on properly with one of the members on your team and your support line, because it's so crucial to have people here that want to help you succeed. And as a brand new company, all I got to say is you literally need to look yourself in the mirror and decide that you want to make this happen. That's the number one thing. Straight up, like, you need to think every single morning, I'm going to be a Vipassana. That's what you want to go do, all right? If you want to make a long-term income in this company, you can't just think, I want to be an affiliate. Because, all right, cool, yeah, you're going to be an affiliate, but do you want to be a Vipassana? Yes or no? And, if your answer is yes, start thinking like a Vipassana. Start thinking and taking the actions that it's going to take to hit a rank like that, to build an organization with people that look up to you and you inspire like that. All right, but it starts to getting into your daily habits, because what is the daily habits of somebody you'd want to follow look like? Really think about that. And are you the person you'd want to follow? And if the answer is no, yeah, it's going to take some work. And guess what? Every single person on this call, including myself, all right, needs to put in the work. We're not where we need to be yet. Not a single one of us. No, I can't say a single one of us in this entire company. We all have an opportunity, but it takes us really taking into the next gear and taking this to the next level and lighting a fire at everyone's butt to realize that the weight's on our shoulders. If you want to grow this company and become an iconic legacy company and literally go build this to the masses and share it with the entire world, it takes us doing the exposures. It takes us throwing the socials and not getting lazy and saying, I'll do it tomorrow. Because you said tomorrow yesterday. Every single one of you, including myself. So with that being said, let's take this, let's light it up, and let's take this thing to the moon. But with that being said, yo, Max, and throw it back to you, bro.
Appreciate you, Tyler, and appreciate everyone who hopped on tonight. Appreciate Tyler and Dabo just throwing down, guys. And if you didn't take something away from tonight, you probably weren't listening, right? So, guys, take what you learned and apply it. Remember, knowledge is not power unless it's applied. So appreciate you guys hopping on. Have a great rest of your night, and we will talk soon. Peace.